BookTube, and I thought today I would I'm going to start doing quick wrap-ups of my weekly reads. I don't know when I'm going to do them, sometime during each week. And I was watching, can't think who it was, but they were talking about, I was watching some other booktubers and they were talking about horizons and so what was coming up. So I will be talking about what I've just recently finished, what I'm currently reading, and what I think I will probably be reading next. So here we go. So I'm well and truly on track for my 100 books, but I actually kind of thought, which is my Goodreads challenge for the year, but I actually kind of thought I would like to really, I've taken my focus off graphic novels in the last couple of years because I don't count them towards my full end of year goal. And I was talking to or watching someone who was talking about having their graphic novel goal in with their Goodreads goal. So I kind of want to read about one graphic novel a week because I really do love them, and because I don't count them, they kind of get put by the wayside because I've got that competitive streak, and it's really only competitive against myself because I've up until now with BookTube, I've kind of had no one else to compete against reading wise. So I'm competitive against my last year's book total, and it's more of a just making sure I'm getting the most out of my reading. So I've really got to add that back in. The most recent books in the last week or so that I have finished, I finished A Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovich, which was on my TBR for February. That one got a 3 out of 5 stars. It was a nice quick short read. I really kind of liked the insight that it gave me into the Russian gulag style oppression of the indentured workers, basically. I have decided this year, or at least for the foreseeable future, I have been listening to all of the Sherlock Holmes books. So I've recently finished both The Study in Scarlet and The Sign of the Four, and am on the adventures of Sherlock Holmes at the moment. So that's what I'm currently listening to on my trip to and from work. I also finished Interesting Times by Terry Pratchett, and that was a 5 out of 5 star read because it had Rincewind and it was funny and I love it. And I don't know when I'm going to read a Discworld book, but hopefully I think I'm going to put them in my TBR for each month so I get through them because I just love them so much. In an effort to read more graphic novels, I have finally read and finished Fables Volume 21, which is the penultimate Fables volume, and have started Fables Volume 22. So Volume 21 was Happily Ever After, and I gave that one a 4 out of 5 star. Currently on Farewell. That's what I've read recently. As I've already said, I'm currently reading Fables Volume 22, and I'm currently listening to The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. I listen to those through LibriVox, which is in association with, I believe, Gutenberg, who they're open sourced audio books, so they're all free. What I'm also reading, I'm currently reading, I'm about 50 pages into A Theatre of the Gods, and I'm already enjoying that. That's hilarious. The fact that you walk into the 10 Bells in the first 10 pages, which is a seedy bar where the main character Fabregas is trying to capture a captain for his voyage into a different universe, and there's a tavern song going and you start reading it and going, hang on a minute, and it's a sort of oldie worldy style tavern song. It's Jessie's Girl. And you don't get it until right at the end. You go, oh my God, they're singing Jessie's Girl. It's so funny. That I've got to read more of that. That's a 600-page book and I've read like 40 pages. Oh, I also just finished The Alchemist by this guy. Pablo Bacalhaup. Oh yeah, I'm not going to be able to say that one. Pablo Bacalhaup. I've had this for a while and I've really got to read The Wind-Up Girl, but I just read The Alchemist, which I got through one of my Humble Bundle book bundles on my Kindle. I have finished that. That was a 4 out of 5. I thought that was such a sweet little read about magic. And now I'm reading Magic for Beginners on my Kindle. Still reading War and Peace. Still reading Infinite Jest. Still reading Harry Potter and the Methods of Rationality. I have progressed in all of those. They're just slow burners for me in between different other things. What's coming up next? I think I'm really dead set that I want to read Tumor by Joshua Hale Filikov and Noel Tuzon. It came in my comic bento for either November or December, and it's a medical noir, so that'll be my next graphic novel for sure, maybe. And my 2 possibilities for my next physical novel, which I always have something on the go in all forms. My next 2 possibilities is either Dragonbone Chair, which is on my TBR for February, or number 3 in the Raven cycle, which is Blue Lily, Lily Blue. And then next on my Kindle, I don't know, something. I'll pick something out of my Humble Bundle book bundles. I've got bucket loads sitting there. Next on my audiobook will be whatever Sherlock Holmes book is next in publishing order. So that's the horizons, past, present and future for my current reading. And yeah, if you have any suggestions or any comments, do so down below. And good luck with your reading. See ya.